This is MHS Talks Education, the second annual Black School Psych Summit 2024. MHS recently attended the second annual Black School Psychologists Summit. Trends and themes of the convention focused on ways to energize and share knowledge within the community of Black School Psychologists. Byron McClure is one of the co-founders and CEO of the Black School Psychologists Network. Dr. McClure gave us some background on how the idea for creating the BSP network and the summit came to be.
Yeah, so the summit is a vision that came true. It was conceptualized back in 2022. I was presenting at the National Association of School Psychologists, their national convening, and I was presenting to a room full of people that didn't look like me. And in that moment, as I'm speaking on disrupting inequitable systems and having conversations about racial justice and oppression, it clicked that I'm talking to a room full of people that might not feel as provoked in the spirit as I did. And so it was in that moment that idea was birthed. And once that idea came out, I wrestled with it for a little while. I put it out on social media. And that's when my team, my four co-founders said, hey, we have to do this. We went hard to work, planning, and we created the Black School Psychologists Network. We held our first summit back in 2023.
The overall theme of this year's summit was the blueprint, focusing on how Black school psychologists could learn from each other to spur growth. We asked Dr. McClure about the inspiration for this theme.
When we look at the traditional role of the school psychologist, it's mostly testing, identifying eligibility for special education. And we see for all school psychologists, but also for Black school psychologists, that we have to transcend above that limited role. What we're calling for is really stepping into who we are as people, as Dr. Tamar Bryant mentioned, stepping into our humanity so that we can be present in our work, in our role. And when we can do that, then we can be fully available for the young people who we serve. Black people, our story isn't just one of pain, of hurt, of grief, and of trauma. That's a part of it, but we are so much more than that.
Byron talks about his own experience and why he saw the need to create a formal space for this community.
Oftentimes we're the only ones, and that can feel overwhelming. It can feel isolating on so many levels. I was the first Black male psychologist in my district. I was the only Black male psychologist for a very long time. I was the only Black male in my graduate prep program. And so it could be a space where you don't know other people exist. And so creating the Black School Psychologists Network, we wanted to create that community to where we can rely on one another. We can look at other people and say, hey, you look like me, where we can get mentors in this space, where we can learn, where we can pull from the collective wisdom. Also, we can understand that, hey, there is that trauma, there's this pain, there's this grief, and we can persevere through it. And here's the blueprint of how people who before me, how they've done it, and here's how we can do it as well.
When asked about one thing that attendees could take home with them, Byron stresses
that you're not alone, that there is a community of Black school psychologists who are committed to this work. And as a network, our mission says it all, that we are going to support, elevate, and advance the work of Black school psychologists.
MHS has been a proud supporter and sponsor of this event. If you are interested and want to help support BSP, Byron says,
you can donate, you can support, because we cannot do this alone. And allies, friends, you can support us, such as MHS, who has been so generous in being available, helping us to amplify our message. Every little bit helps. I'm encouraging everyone to participate, whether you're donating, whether you're sponsoring, whether you're coming, whether you're just saying, hey, I love what you're doing, we're acknowledging you. It goes a long way to help us sustain and scale this work that we're doing.
For more information on the Black School Psychologists Network, visit bspninc.com. Stay tuned for more videos in this MHS Talks Education series. Follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at MHS for more.